Hello and welcome to Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. I'm Ronnie. Thanks for joining us as always. On our last episode, we discovered some issues in the fuel cell for the 43 car. So I got a new fuel cell ordered for it, but it won't be here for another 2 days. So we're going to jump on some other items that need to be done to the car. So right along with us. Let's get started. Okay, before we start on the glass, Buddy's using a different process. He's actually using a foam wheel. Now, he uses this on headlights and stuff, and then he's using also a buffing compound. We did the side glass. It turned out really, really good, so we're going to see what happens here. This thing, you can see how bad it is. You can hardly see through it. Now, I was using turtle wax with this really soft buffing wheel. Look at that. Look at that, look at that. And the one thing I like about the foam buffer is that it won't get hot. And this here can actually get, you got to get enough friction to get a little bit hotter. So we may be on to something here for all you guys out there that need to do your glasses. This is going to be all right. Okay, we'll give you a little comparison here. We can see his dirty fingernails. We can't there, so that's the difference. I think it's better. So we're going to go and put this back on the shelf. We're going to continue on with this. Then we're going to get on the fuel system here in a little bit. And I'll give you an update on that while he's doing that. Buddy has already checked the filter. The filter was clean. I'm going to go ahead and spin it apart and look on the inside of it just to be safe. But then we're going to disconnect the fuel line up on the fuel pump. We just run some air through it. But it looks like the car was never run with the breakdown of the foam that we ran into last week. So that's going to be pretty straightforward here in a little bit, but we want to try to get these glasses done. We're going to go ahead and take this oil filter off. We're going to run up the ABC and get some softer polishing rags for the glass over there. And we're just wanting to check this. That is some not very clean oil. So we're going to change the whole system, the whole oil, everything in the, but what I want to do, I've got this other housing, and I'm going to see if it'll screw on here.
It will.
So I can just take that up there with me to the auto parts store.
That's it.
Okay.
That's a screw. It's a Wix fit. It should take some Wix.
I tried crossing this morning. I went up there to this. It's the STP 43RP. How about that? They got 43 Richard Petty part number. They couldn't find that in the system. So I tell you what, I'm not impressed at all.
Been there a while.
So we're going to run up there to ABC and get that. Okay, here are the towels we picked up. They're just a microfiber detailing towel. They're about $25 for this pack, but that's what we're going to have for the windshield. So we'll see how that turns out. We're having a hard time trying to get the right filter for this remote system. So I'm looking at the ones on the T-Bird and on the truck. And the one I had an extra housing we took up there, but it was a Fram. So obviously Fram has their own thread pitch. So the filters they had wouldn't work. So anyway, we got to try to go back to the drawing board on that. They can't cross-reference anything, so I got to keep coming up with a different game plan here. Okay, I just got back from the auto parts store, and Buddy has got that amazingly clean. So some of this stuff here is inside the Lexan. We can't do nothing about it. That's fine. I mean, compared to what it was.
Put the other one against it and see the difference.
Oh yeah, it's no doubt. So anyway, that's one down. Okay, after about 5 trips to the store, we finally have that handle. So we've got the right oil filter. What we found out, obviously there's 2 different thread sizes. This car and my Bojangles T-Bird are the same. The Bojangles truck over there and the housings like this are cut different. So man, that's aggravating. But anyway, going on to this, the front windshield is pretty bad. So Buddy's actually using some 800 grit sandpaper. We're fixing to go up and get some 1,000.
See it turning off of it?
Yeah.
That's
So
what.
in the past, you've seen me take a razor blade and do this. But what we're doing this time, we're actually just using some really fine sandpaper. You can see all the stuff breaking
Coming
loose.
off.
So that's going to be a lot easier than trying to do the razor blade. But this is already a lot better, but we still have a few bit of stuff, a little bit of stuff we've got to try to sand off. So we're going to go up, and you see the difference here. You can't even see through it.
So we'll hold it up.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. I mean, look at that. So done, not done. Here, I tell you, here. Before and after, there you go. Okay, so we're going to go up and get some sandpaper, and I'm going to get gas because I'm going up to the freaking auto parts store so much, but we'll be right back here with you in just a second.
She'll be cloudy. Not as cloudy as I thought. You can see through it now, and you couldn't see through it before, so the sandpaper. So you can see where I still got to do some more sanding. You can see where we've sanded. You can see through it.
It's light years ahead of what it was. Just a lot of elbow grease. Like Buddy was saying, you can actually hear the sandpaper cutting that coating.
That
this
film.
is a film, and this is what I was using some of the past videos. I was actually using the razor blade to do, but this is actually, I think, a better process to do it. You can see the discoloration. A while ago, I should have filmed it. It was actually brown. It was just incredible how much stuff was coming off.
It's still turning brown, so.
Again, this is 800 grit. We're fixing to go buy some 1,000 grit, and we're about getting the life out of this one disc here. That's the only piece we had.
We did it just to try it, to see if it would ruin it or.
Yeah, we kind of took a gamble, but it worked out pretty good. Then we just take these towels and just wipe it back down.
And then polish it.
And then we'll come back and we'll put the foam on it with the drill down there, the foam disc, and with the rubbing compound, and then that's going to look fantastic. It doesn't look like it right now, but it will be. Okay, I tell you what, this oil had been changed in a long time.
I know.
We're gonna try to see if I can keep from spilling this everywhere. I'll clean my hands off. I don't know if you can see how I'm black. This is just black. All right, we got the tank drain. Now we're gonna have the belt off the oil pump. We're gonna go ahead and, well, also, very important, we put the old filter back on so we can pump through the system here. But Buddy's gonna go ahead and pump the system so we get everything out of it. Okay, we got everything out of the system now, so we're going to cap this back here now. All the lines are dry. Now we will put the new oil filter on it. Get this tightened. And I went and bought 5 gallons of oil, so that should be enough. So we'll start putting everything back together now. Start off with the oil filter first. Okay, put the oil on our new filter, and we will put it on. Looks like a brand new windshield. Okay, so get my oil filter installed now. Okay, let's get it down, see if we get some oil in it now. The way this oil tank is positioned, one of the reasons I want to go ahead and get this done while we had the windows out, be a lot easier to get to. Okay, most of the cars that you get may or may not, but most of them have a note written on the inside of the cover for the oil tank housing. And it'll say like 10 inches from top. Usually that refers to the top, from the top lip of the oil tank. This car does not have any notes on it. So what we're going to do, Buddy was smart enough up front when we first got the car. This is a three baffle layered oil tank. And when he first spun the car over, he stuck his stick down there. When he got it up to oil pressure, he checked this as a dipstick, and we saw that it just barely touched barely touched the stick. Right now, you can see it's about to right here, but yet all the oil lines are empty. So we're gonna go ahead and spin it up right now, and then we will add a little, we're going to add just a little bit. We'll get it just where it barely touches this stick. That'll be good enough. So we're not racing the car, and that'll be good enough for what we're doing. So let's spin her up and see if we get some oil pressure and check for leaks. Okay, here's our oil pressure right here. So Buddy's gonna go ahead and spin it up and see what happens.
Get the oil.
There you go. Okay, so we're gonna check in here and see. There you go. So we got about a little bit higher maybe than it was originally, but that's fine.
Yep.
That's fine. We're about half what we had before we started getting oil pressure. So there you go. So that's good enough. We'll cap everything off. And if we just had a fuel cell, we could try to crank this thing. Okay, the last thing we're gonna do is we're going to back blow this fuel line. Buddy broke it loose from the fuel pump, and I'm just gonna, I know there's not gonna be anything in it, but we're just gonna double check and make sure.
Let me know.
You're ready, go ahead. Okay, it's clean as a whistle, so we're good to go. Well, I apologize for the kind of lame material today, but look how good this windshield looks. We're gonna tape it off and get it painted, and we're gonna go and try to get this stuff installed. We've only got 2 weeks before the car show, but we should be in pretty good shape. We know the fuel system is clean. All we need to do now is get the fuel cell installed. We need to paint the exterior of the glasses, install those. These rear quarter windows, they're just pop riveted in. That'd be simple. The back glass is already polished. Got to paint it as well. Put the cap back on the tank there. Then I need to install the fuel filter. I checked it, it's fine. The fuel cell will be here. That should be just a couple hours to get that installed. And we've got a lot of cleanup to do in here in the interior. We're gonna do all this while we have the windows out. And believe it or not, I've already worked on it. The oil tank was black inside. I've got a little bit more to do in it. But we should be in pretty good shape. I think we can go ahead and try to get this thing busted off. I gotta get some racing gas for it. And I think we're in pretty good shape. Kind of boring day, but a very successful day when you see how clean that glass is. Look at that. Well, I appreciate you guys watching. This wasn't exactly a toe curling episode, but we got some stuff that need to be done. I've been dreading doing. Buddy was able to hit these glasses and get them done. That's really a major step. We actually worked all day on these glasses, and I think I spent all day trying to get the right oil filter for the blasted oil system, but at least we got that done. But as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button. I'm gonna say it every episode, so get used to it. We're going to take the car to a car show here in 2 weeks. That's what we got coming up. And also next week, it's time for our 7th annual Architects Racers swap meet. We're gonna have a lot of footage from out there. The weather is hopefully gonna cooperate. It looks like they were forecasting rain. Looks like now it's gonna be 70 degrees, and we're going to have maybe a slight chance of rain, but nothing we can't handle. So I think you'll enjoy some of the footage. We moved it from here for the first 6 years. We've had it here in our shop. Now we're moved out to Boot Hill Speedway, and I think it's gonna be a lot larger event. We have a lot of room out there to grow and expand, and that's my goal. We're gonna celebrate the life of my brother. It's dedicated to him. We're gonna be raising money for MD Anderson's Cancer Research Center in Houston on behalf of my brother. So we're hoping to get some good donations for that. But have a fantastic rest of your day. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe button. I said it again, and I'm going to keep on saying it. We'll see you next time on Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. God bless you. You take care.